Alright, we are back. More Avatar Standard. So this is the post-Worlds metagame, which means there's a lot of people playing blue-red lessons. So I've got this mono-white list that top-aided a challenge. Made a few changes in the main deck. I didn't change the side deck. But the two cards I want to talk about are Veteran Survivor. This was already in the list. When it becomes tapped, you get to exile a card. So pretty good at keeping Grand and the Ancestral Lesson offline. And the other one is Dryad Militant. So you get a 1-mana 2/1 that says instants and sorcerers get exiled instead of going to the graveyard. So both these cards are pretty good at keeping a lot of the deck's power at bay. They just can't get the Ancestral, they can't get the cost reduction, and you still just get to play them as Jackal Pups or Savannah Lions. They're just solid beatdown cards. So we've got these in a mono white aggro shell. We've got Suki from the new set, which is one of the more powerful white beatdown 3-drops. Like, I think this card is pretty similar to a power level of something like Adeline. Just very, very strong, all around incredible card. And then we have Abandoned Air Temple, which is an incredibly powerful card as well. So I want to try this today and see if we can beat up any Lessons players. Also, maybe we'll play against non-lesson decks and just see how things fare. In those places, we've got Novice Inspector, Warden of Inner Sky as sort of a combo to enable each other. We've got Water Tribe Rallier, which works well with the clue tokens. You can just waterbend the artifacts to get more cards in your hand. Yera also plays well with Novice Inspector. And then we've got United Front as another sort of anthem effect with Air Temple. Lumen-Class Frigate, solid 2-drop, a vehicle. Anthem makes your 1/1s from your voices more powerful. And yeah, we've got 4 Soulstone Sanctuary. These white beatdown decks are always down for something like a Mutavault. So that's just another thing that can help pressure your opponent after they play a sweeper. So sideboard, we've got a Crystal Barricade. I honestly don't really know what this is for. Maybe there were burn decks. This one you maybe don't need. But we got Doorkeeper Thrull for the Bant deck. Interrupter for sweepers. Clarion Conqueror for the Bant deck. Rest in Peace for lessons and other graveyard decks. Innocence for grinding matchups. Extra Yera. And then some Elspeths. Because we do have a 23 land deck. So we can definitely cast this in grindier games. So it should be fun. Sort of asking the question today, is this the answer? Can we beat Lesson? Do these cards matter? Are they just going to die to shock and be shrugged off? Another thing I do want to note is these cards are really bad against the deal 1 mode of one of the lessons. It's either deal 4 to 1 creature or 1 to all creatures. But hopefully we can get some counters on these things before that matters. Or to have something like Lumen-Class Frigate. So just keep that in mind. There is some vulnerability, but I think most of those lists only play like a couple copies of that card, so maybe we won't have to worry about it. But if you guys want the deck list, it is in the description as it always is, and I will see you in the games. Alright, would you like to play or draw? I would like to go first. Oh, this hand is terrible. I don't think we can play our beatdown deck and not do beatdowns. So let's keep 2 white lands. We don't have triple 1-drop, but maybe... I guess it could have been all. Alright, Dryad Militant. Alright, so Grix is something or other. Maybe Militant. Oh. Maybe Control, which is probably not going to be a great matchup. If I get sweepered here, we can probably just pack it in. Just playing this in Jeskai Black is definitely not unreasonable. Just as a... Well... I don't know. Might be a quick one. Alright, Outpost. So they have multiple tri-lands. Maybe they do nothing and we draw a land and we win. I mean, that's kind of nothing. I don't even think that's worth doing, but... want that. Okay. Can you beat a 3-2 that will become a 4-3? Clearly you can't. I really want to play into another sweeper. I think I'm just gonna invest in my 4-3. If I draw a land, I can reassess. I get to use all my mana and counters on the Warden, but... Shock, wow. What is... Okay. That was rude. Okay, just kind of waiting for them to play a card draw spell. Or like, maybe they just don't have anything good. But that'll do it. How good is Get Lost? How bad is Get Lost? Pretty bad, right? Okay. So I'm just assuming they're like some variant of Jeskai Black. But main deck Fire Magic is not good for my Dryad Militant deck. There weren't... I don't think... You know, maybe some of the control decks actually did have main deck Fire Magic. I'm not sure if there were any main deck Fire Magic decks at Worlds. I wouldn't be surprised, though. Hmm. Okay. So we can't get fire. We get Pyroclasm, but I guess that'd be annoying. But if I get to resolve this, we have 4, 5, 6 things, so I can even attack. Elspeth. Maybe I could have played the Survivor. Might have no-moralized it. Okay, there's a card. Voice. Take another Rallier maybe too. I think I'm gonna play the Warden, play for land drops, and then hope. I guess if they're sweepering me next turn, I'm gonna hope I can go voice into Elspeth and maybe go land drop, and that might get something done. Obviously, if they don't sweeper me, then good spot. Kind of assuming that's gonna happen. Beza. Fine. And, okay. really just want lands here. Hopefully these 2 Enduring Innocence should help me get to them. Yeah, like this would be an awesome turn. Like if I could have gotten land, and then next turn just play the Elspeth on the tap out, that would have been incredible. Okay, so play double ones. I guess I can. I mean, I don't need to play double ones. I'll open with voice. I think. Alright. Discarding that hand size. Maybe that wasn't. I got a lot of cards, but I just can't draw lands. We've drawn 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 spells and 4 lands. Not really likely in our 23 land deck, but it is what's happening. We tapped out again. Can I just shove? Probably. That's incredible. I'm sacking this. I think I pushed for the damage. I think it's enough that if they don't wrath me, they probably lose, so just lose the voice. Be okay with it. Oh, it doesn't draw. Oops. My bad. Maybe it was better to make 1/1s then. I kind of figured it doesn't make a huge difference 1/1s or not. But the fact that I would be drawing a card means I think I should have just made the 1/1s. Guess I should leave up Aven, right? Because they're just dead on board. Don't accomplish too many things for me, but
More heroes
Not like I'm gonna die. Really care if they sweep again. Still think it's better to leave up Aven. Okay, well, that is one way to outgrind a control deck. Sorry for not too much commentary, but I'm gonna figure out what the hell they have in their deck. Spend a lot of time thinking, and maybe a little annoyed I just couldn't draw lands there, but we got it done. Okay. So, let me think again. So they have a lot of fire magics. Maybe I just want this because it has more toughness. And then just cut, like, random 2-1, because it's not that important. I could have something else instead of another 2-1, but I think 7x1s is fine. Like, I just want to trade 1-for-1 for the fire magic. It's hard. Yeah, it's fine. I just don't want to dump a bunch of X1s on the board early. Okay, not a great hand, but we can go Survivor into Yera and recast it. So this is kind of like a 2-drop, which is fine. I do have good mana. Can even use the United Front as a... Three-drop. Okay. Helix. So we'll go instant. They don't have untap. The next turn, this is going to get Lightning Helix. And that's going to be what it's going to be. I need to decide, do I want to make a single guy versus this hand? Not going to be very good. I'm doing it because I can just activate Soulstone Sanctuary the next turn and then Air Temple. So I'm still curving. It's kind of, it's not impressive, but there's tap land. Here we go. I didn't attack, sorry. I got too excited. Alright, well I missed the 3 points, but the Elspeth was good enough. So, nice. Alright, well we beat control with our mono white deck, so not too shabby. I don't know if the anti-lessons tech really matters in these matchups, but we'll take it. The sideboard was solid. So, nice. GG. Alright, match 2. You go first. Not the best hand, but not the worst hand. Got our trusty Dryad Militant. Can't lose. Lessons players beware. This card just never... Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Alright, well, you're just gonna hang out because I don't want to trade you for this otter. You got other things to do. I get shocked. Grand, sure. Awkward spot. I give them a loot, really. Maybe it's fine. Do I want to get lost Granger? And I also don't want to do that. But again, maybe that's acceptable. We're going to swing a bit more for the fences. Maybe that's just not good, though. Like, maybe keeping Warden is fine when you have Air Temple. This just feels like I hate Get Lost. I've talked about how much I hate Get Lost so many times. Feels like I'm spewing. Yeah, just max spewing. That's so awful for me. So, yeah, you get a free card. You get to draw a card, by the way. I spent 2 minutes to kill your 1-drop, and then you drew a card. Well, if you put that in the graveyard, it's exiled. Got him. Alright, land's not what we wanted. I do think I'm still doing this, even though it's very embarrassing. There you go. So I guess the Dryad Militant's doing something. The Get Lost sucks. Alright, so I believe this gets exiled? Not 100% sure. Yeah, okay. So we're at 0 lessons. You stopped 2 lessons, guy. Not that bad. Talent, sure. Okay. Oh, we get to beat him down pretty damn good, right? So I can get +2 or I can get Vigilance. Oh, I forgot to activate this. Son of a bitch. That is so unfortunate. Well, that's the cost of recording videos. You talk about things instead of just making the right decisions. Alright. So they should be -4 and I should have a 4/4. My bad. That is awful. That is definitely going to cost us, but we'll do what we can. Maybe they can't deal with the 4/5. Alright, so that's a lesson. So lesson count 1. Five is 7. Monument, okay. Yeah, God, if I had the Soulstone Sanctuary, I think they would just be dead. Alright. It's a good draw, at least. Yeah, I mean, they would just be in such a bad spot. Nice. That's crazy how much I threw and we still got it done. That is really impressive. All right, Dryad Militant, I think gets some credit there. Maybe it could have been a difference maker if my opponent had some extra mana. Suki's a really good card. Maybe we should have 4 of these, but nice. I mean, I'll take that. That was with the skip my turn and not animate. Okay, so is it Monument? Monument's life loss, right? You have hexproof. I don't think it's target player. Maybe it is. Prevent all non-combat damage that we dealt to you. Okay, so Thrull, you don't do anything. Rest in peace, we try, right? It's not perfect, but Innocence is an interesting card. Or maybe I could just be really weird to not board in Rest in Peace, but I could just not board in Rest in Peace and try Innocence since they don't have Torch the Tower. Then I'm trying to outgrind them. What I need in my sideboard is something that blows up artifacts and enchantments. So that's definitely something lacking from the sideboard. We need Exorcise, or just even some creature that could blow up an artifact or enchantment, I think would make a difference. Do I want to try to grind with Innocence, though? Interrupter, I don't think I want. So it's either put in Innocence, put in Rest in Peace, put in both, and have the Nombo. I could put in 1 rip, 2 Innocence. So what the hell am I taking out? I just want to take out Get Lost. God, it's so bad. I think I should have it in for... No, I'm just taking it out. This card sucks. I don't know. Not sure how to sideboard. I think the takeaway there should be that the sideboard needs to be built a little bit differently with the Lessons deck in mind. But I think if you just put in like 2 Exorcise, that's gonna go a long way. I do think the Seam Rips are nice. Okay, cool. We got Dryad Militant. We got Seam Rip for Grand or talent. Don't want to see Storm Chasers though. That's the that's an annoying one. Probably just have to ignore it and let them beat me up. But regardless of win or lose this match, like that was a pretty impressive showing. We had a decent hand, and we were able to check a lot of what happened. Yeah, I think we want a Militant. Like, yes, they get to answer it, but we eat the lesson anyway. Alright, nice. I mean, it's not particularly impressive, but it is doing something relevant. Oh, 1 land or 2. Right. Well, here's another one. So I can get fire magic. That would suck. Should have maybe thought about that. We'll go with instant. Not too bad. All right. Well, I mean, we definitely messed with them, right? Like, they had a 1-lander, they didn't have a great draw, but, like, you could see the cards doing stuff. Like, I'm not gonna say we solved all the problems. I'm not gonna say that this deck is better than that deck, but we're doing things. We're trying to catch up with the innovation after Worlds. So that was cool, at least. Nice. GG's. All right, we got our diamond match. This is for the coveted diamond rank that all the kids wish they could get. All right, good enough. You keep it. Oh no. The greatest one-drop ever printed. We're against the boogeyman. Don't have our Dryad Militant to save us. Okay, different boogeyman. Similar, but not the exact same. Sure. That is a good opening hand, opponent. They are not making it easy for us. Yeah. Stormtracer, Fear, discard, Riddler, Flashback. So busted. They really make them like they didn't used to. Right? That's the saying. Alright. Suki. How big are you gonna be? 3-5? For 12, we get to 6, I guess. Oh man, this start was so insane. Yeah, is it cards? I get it, I'll shut up. This is real life. What can we draw? I just don't think I could stack. Like, I don't think I could stack a hand. Like, I think if I just, with the cards in my deck, I picked a hand. You told me this was the start they were going to have, and I had to cheat to have the perfect hand to beat it. I don't know if my deck could, to be honest. I mean, we're just dead. We're just dead. They're going to play a Riddler next turn. They drew a billion cards. And then they also have 2 enchantments that make it so they draw 3 cards a turn cycle. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. But this is the Torch the Tower deck, which means Innocence is not even that appealing. What the hell am I supposed to do? Just hope that that doesn't happen to me, basically. I could have Doorkeeper Thrull for Riddler and Fear. So it's just Tiger Seal nonsense. I think I'm not going to board. I think I'm just going to hope that that doesn't happen again. But our deck is definitely not configured. Like, our deck is built to be better against the Lesson deck. The Tiger Seal deck, not so much. I don't know. I don't really know what people are going to do going forward. I assume everyone's just going to drop the deck that my opponent is playing and just play Lessons. Just because of the results of Worlds. But maybe there's some advantage. Maybe if people are doing what I'm doing, trying to hate on the graveyard, you just want to be non-Lessons. But I don't know. It's hard to pass up Treasure Cruise, right? It's hard to pass up Ancestral Recall. Okay. And I actually punted, and we get to punish a little bit here. Because whichever one we would have tried to grow, they could have killed. But now we just get a 2/3. So this means they need enchantment if they want to clear the Warden. Okay, this is perfect. So we go Seam Rip. Answer that. 3. Cast replays 3 again. What a good start. This is my perfect draw, right? Do I want the second one? I think so. This one's going to be big enough here, so I can get to work on the next one. Oh, no, did I miscount? Okay, so sorcery, obviously. No, I didn't miscount. Yeah, this is awesome. Well, good deck building by the person who had the initial list. I believe it was Claudio. Okay, yeah, give me that back. Now we have 4/5. I mean, this is pretty nasty, eh? Only got me real good the first game, but we're giving him something this game. Do I want to just go in on the Warden that I have? I don't want to trade the Tiger Seal, right? I guess the Winter Night Stories will untap it, but who cares? All right. So they need a bounce. Bounce is going to cost 2, though. What the hell is this attack? What the fuck did they draw? Furnace is 3? What the hell is this? I'm just blocking to learn. If there's a punish here, that's fine. I don't know what the hell they would have drawn. I guess this was a mental warfare and they lost. I think they were going to concede and they just wanted to see if I block. Alright, fair enough. Okay, we're on the draw. We both kind of murdered each other. And, I want the third one of these. And if I have that start, it's really good. But I think I just want to take Get Lost out of my deck, to be honest. I just hate it so much. Any excuse. Any excuse to Get Lost. Alright. Let's see. Final boss. Can we defeat Rogue and get Diamond? On the draw versus Is it version 7.89 after 123 bannings. This is the, I don't know, what is this? The third best Is it deck of the 7th year of Is it in Standard. Alright, well, we got a hand worth keeping. I think I'm going to keep it. It's not the most impressive, but we're definitely not mulliganing this. And it is nice, like, if your opponent goes Mountain Go, it's nice to be able to play Inspector and just make it awkward for them to cast Torch. It's not like it really matters. They can just play it later because it's so cheap, but the Thraben Inspectors have been impressive with, like, the other stuff, like cards like this. I wasn't sure if you wanted Thraben Inspector or just more beatdowns, but I guess I want to. If there was a better way to do this. Do I want to answer Tiger Seal? I think I do. I think I just want to Seam Rip. Like, I have enough stuff and pressure. Sure. No blocks. So I can attack. I think we're beating down. Extra cards is nice, but I think we're just gonna do beat downs and hope this Suki can get it done. If you end up in a lot of spots like this with the Water Tribe Rallier, yeah, Riddler's is not the answer from this spot, I don't think. Alright, we did it! We did it. Alright, well, we went 3-0. I believe we beat 2 different Is It decks. And we got Diamond. So that's pretty cool. So, solid video, good run. Let's go through the deck really quickly. I am just going to make a change in the sideboard because I'm going to upload the list, and I want people to be a little different than what's at the start of the video, but that's fine. I think you just want, like, just put one of these in the side deck over something. I don't know what this Crystal Barricade is for, so get this shit out of here. And it's a rare, so maybe people don't have it. But yeah, really, I mean, decently impressive. I'm not going to pretend that this is going to shatter the format, but it seems solid. You know, the Is It decks can do a lot of things to be better against something like this, but the way that the stat line on some of your creatures ends up is actually pretty good against, like, the Pyroclasm, Fire Magic type effects, where you have Warden to get to 3 toughness really quickly. Voice of Victory has 3 toughness. If they don't have the right, like, Suki has 4 toughness, Yera has 3 toughness. If they don't have those things at the right time, you can abandon Air Temple to grow your things out of range. Lumen-Class Frigate, these cards are hard to say, can also increase the stats. So, interesting list. I'm happy we tried it. Happy we were able to have some success with it. And, you know, maybe this is a reasonable answer going forward. Another thing I would think about is just figure out what you want to do with these rest in pieces. I guess if you're just worried about the Sultai deck, is Rest in Peace the right answer? Maybe you want like Soul Guide Lanterns as an artifact that's cheaper. It gives you the redraw. It can be tapped for water bending or Warden, of course. But yeah, cool deck. Happy I tried it out, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a like. Again, if you want the list, it is in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.